Okay.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the Daily Herold here on Badlands Media. I am your host, Jon Herold, and just to set the tone for the show, got to read a comment from Ash in the chat. The world is extra retarded today. Good morning, everybody. And I think I would agree with that. It's a Friday, so happy Friday. But there is something a little off in the energy in the world today, and everybody's just acting a little extra retarded. And sometimes that's okay. Sometimes it's okay. We should walk around wearing helmets from time to time. But yeah, we're going to go through all the happenings. I'm going to talk with the chat a lot. I got some stories lined up, but also don't have anybody watch the kids today. So I did a bunch of show prep this morning, and then I had like a long break, and I forgot the order and everything I did with my show prep. So let's just see what happens. Let's see what happens. First up, we got to get to our sponsors. Very excited about today's sponsors. Both of them are just awesome folks and awesome products. We got Love Litters up first. Attention all you Badlanders with purring pals and feathered friends. Say hello to Love Litters. 100% pure kiln-dried wood, free from chemicals and oh so kind to Mother Earth. No dust, no mess, and no toxins. Just a lightweight solution that's gentle on your wallet and even gentler in your home. Their biodegradable litter is crafted from wood destined for landfills, giving it a new purpose in your pet's life. Cats love it. Their astonishing formula works like magic to neutralize that notorious cat urine odor, keeping your home pine fresh and welcoming. For bird lovers, it zaps moisture from bird droppings, crumbling them away, all while being safe if pecked at or ingested. And for reptiles and critters too, their mix is crafted to dilute the pine scent, ensuring those little lungs stay happy and healthy. Plus, every 30-pound bag of Love Litters will last up to 6 months, saving you money. Transform your pet care routine today. Visit badlandsmedia.tv/litter. That's badlandsmedia.tv/litter, and breathe easy with a litter that loves your pet as much as you do. And I cannot say enough good things about the folks at Love Litters. Again, met Brian over at one of our conferences. All around good people, loyal Badlanders, supporters for a long time. If you have a pet, I would encourage you to get some Love Litters. Give them a shot. Support Badlands in the process and support an American First company. Then we also got Manly Cans. Great product for Father's Day coming up here. Look who's back. It's Manly Cans, and just in time for Father's Day. Manly Cans is the ultimate destination for spoiling the guys with cool stuff they actually want. Each Manly Can is an experience and even a greeting card that doubles as a coaster. Customize your Manly Can to fit his personality. Choose from a wide variety of cans, and during checkout, add additional items to make it just right for him. Spoil all the dads in your life. Visit badlandsmedia.tv/manlycans and use promo code badlandsmedia for free shipping on purchases over $50. That's badlandsmedia.tv/manlycans, promo code badlandsmedia. All right, how's everybody else doing today? Anything exciting going on? Something weird going on with Twitter. Like I had a post earlier. I was like, hey, what do you guys want me to talk about today? And it just like froze in the ether. And I know their DMs were down for a while. I've been hearing. So yeah, something going on with Twitter. It's weird. Vibes are great if you're a Bitcoiner. That's for sure. And Brady, I'm doing a craft show by my house on June 14th, and I'm making a red, white, and blue sun catchers. I must say they're absolutely gorgeous. Hope you share some pictures of that. Dogecoin. I haven't bought Dogecoin in a long time. I bought it before I even like woke up, like super cheap too. And then I think I ended up selling it when it got up to like 25 cents. Grok and some other stuff were down yesterday. And Brady, good John, how are you? I am doing just all right. I'd be doing better if Doge would update their savings. They haven't updated it in forever. Maybe they just stopped finding waste, fraud, and abuse. Or maybe it's because Elon's stepping away. I don't know. But they haven't updated this in a while. And it's still like when you guys were, when we were heading into the Trump administration and the Doge and everything, all the hype around it, 4 months in, If somebody asked you on January 19th of 2025, how much waste, fraud, and abuse you expected to be uncovered by Doge by May 23rd, do you guys think you would have said only 170 billion? Because I would have been like trillions of dollars. There's definitely trillions of dollars of like our entire government is waste, fraud, and abuse. But we're only at 170 billion. It just seems low. I mean, it's great. It's better than nothing. PJ Corrigan, I'm sitting on a bunch of cold, hard regime fiat bucks. Good for you, man. Ash says they are finding it, though, if you follow their Twitter. Yeah. Yeah, that's true, I guess. Anyway, there's nothing new on the White House website either, except for National Maritime Day. And pretty slow roll. I don't think he's had an executive order. Yeah, he hasn't had an executive order since May 12th. It's probably the longest stretch of the second term that we've gone without an EO. Green ozone. Hold for processing. Congress is still working on spending the Doge savings. Yeah, we'll talk. We have a story about that. The bill that passed yesterday, or the House's version of the spending bill, passed. It's going up to the Senate, and they're going to take an axe to it, I bet. Yeah, we'll talk about it. First, let's get to a couple Truth Social posts from Trump. Donald Trump, the European Union, which was formed for the primary purpose of taking advantage of the United States on trade, has been very difficult to deal with. Their powerful trade barriers, VAT taxes, ridiculous corporate penalties, non-monetary trade barriers, monetary manipulations, unfair and unjustified lawsuits against American companies, and more have led to a trade deficit with the U.S. of more than $250 million a year. Is that it? I expect it to be higher than that. A number which is totally unacceptable. Our discussions with them are going nowhere. Therefore, I'm recommending a straight 50% tariff on the European Union starting on June 1st, 2025. There's no tariff if the product is built or manufactured in the United States. Thank you for your attention to this matter. I mean, I'm good with it. I think we need to come out on top of every trade deal, and I could honestly care less about the European Union. So let's do it. Let's tariff them all. This is the first tariff announcement, though, that I can think of since he paused all the tariffs, right? Correct me if I'm wrong there. We got another one here, though. I've long ago informed Tim Cook of Apple that I expect their iPhones that will be sold in the United States of America will be manufactured and built in the United States, not India or any place else. If that is not the case, a tariff of at least 25% must be paid by Apple to the U.S. Thank you for your attention to this matter again. The reason I find this story interesting is I was reading through a CNN article on this, and there's some history here. So Trump last week during his Middle East trip said he was displeased with Cook, Apple CEO, over the company's plan to manufacture iPhones set to be sold in the United States at newly built plants in India. And that's one of the things with these trade discussions going on with China. A lot of businesses, instead of shifting to the United States, might still consider shifting to India instead for the cheaper labor and the less of the effect from the tariffs. So he mentioned this while he's in Qatar. I had a problem with Tim Cook. I said to him, Tim, you're my friend. I treated you very good. You're coming in with 500 billion, but now I hear you're building all over India. I don't want you building in India. And this is the part that's really interesting. Cook met with Trump once again at the White House on Tuesday. So that's 3 days ago. They didn't divulge the subject matter of the meeting. But so they met on Tuesday at the White House. And then 3 days later, Trump posts about Tim Cook again. And so, I mean, that's interesting. They met on Tuesday. It must not have gone the way Trump had wanted it or expected it to go, because he goes on and is like, yeah, if you're not going to do this, I'm going to put a 25% tariff. Yeah, Escape the Matrix. Did everybody enjoy the Quast interview? I hope you did. I hope you guys went over to YouTube and watched it, left a comment saying that Badlands Media sent you. Yeah, so I watched the interview, the full thing yesterday, or listened to it on like 1.5 or 1.75 speed or something. The first, I would say, hour and a half maybe, was a lot of stuff that he's said before. Like, he says at our conferences, he's talked about, we've spoken with him, he's done interviews with us. And I mean, it's all really good stuff. It's just nothing I really hadn't heard from him before. But then the second half of the interview, it got into more things that I hadn't heard him discuss as much. But it was really good. I mean, it was a really, really good. It's definitely worth watching the whole thing, especially to show support for Quast. Is a big part of this of our little movement and community here. The one thing that this is the thing that stood out to me, honestly. Quast is brilliant, great as usual, great communicator. Sean Ryan, I'd never actually sat down and watched an entire Sean Ryan interview before. And in my opinion, the dude is just not that bright. Like every time Quast would say something like really interesting, and you could ask follow-up questions to what Quast is saying and make it more of like dig deeper into things, he would just be like, wow, okay, what about something else? Or I'm still stuck on China being on the moon. Like he didn't ever like get to that second layer of discussion. And maybe that's just his style. Like I said, I've never watched one of his things, but to me it came off as like he couldn't engage with Quast intellectually. You know what I mean? And I don't know if I know anybody who actually can engage with Quast intellectually. Like I can't engage with them, but I could at least like dig deeper, you know, and I didn't see that from Sean Ryan. But it was a great platform for Quast to be on. I'm hoping this will be a stepping stone to even bigger opportunities for him, like a Tucker Carlson, something like that. I bet that's next. Maybe a Rogan. Yeah, he is in the chat. But yeah, it'll definitely be good for the masses. Very, very excited, very happy for Quast. Rise of Tire was like listening to a brilliant man being interviewed by a potato. I loved it though. Yeah, that's pretty much how I would describe it as well. Very apt, Rise of Tire. I did see your text, Rise of Tire, by the way, and I'll respond to you here after this show. Not understanding the interest in Sean Ryan. Didn't he try to shut down BX on X? And they are when they started making arrests. My understanding of it was with the BX on X thing and Sean Ryan is she was scheduled to go on Sean Ryan's show, and then Kyle Seraphin interfered in that. That's my understanding of it. Yeah, do sweet. Lots of wows, and I didn't know that. Yeah. Quast, like I said, he comes to every one of our conferences. And so and he's like very approachable. He's very generous with his time and, you know, his knowledge. You come to a conference, you'll probably get the opportunity to have a chat with Quast, or at least see what he has to says when he engages with the audience and the panel. So I'd encourage you guys to get your tickets. We have tickets on sale for Deadwood right now, and they're kind of flying off the shelf. We have we've almost sold as many tickets to Deadwood as we did to Plymouth already, and we are still like 3 months away. But go to badlandsmedia.tv/events. You can get your in-person tickets, and we also have our virtual tickets on sale now. We're doing a pre-sale till June 15th, where you can get them for cheaper. So if that interests anybody. Something interesting going on between Trump and Harvard. I had a story, I think it was yesterday, the day before, about Harvard and their ties to the CCP. I said we need to seize the endowments, and I stand behind that. But the Trump administration on Thursday revoked Harvard University's ability to enroll international students. It was a sharp punishment to the elite institution for refusing to bow to the administration's policy demands. Harvard can no longer enroll foreign students, and existing foreign students must transfer or lose their legal status, said the Department of Homeland Security. The bombshell move comes as students from around the world were preparing to attend Harvard, the oldest university in the U.S. and one of the nation's most prestigious. It was one of the nation's most prestigious. I think it's lost that luster a little bit. One would be incoming freshmen from New Zealand, described here in the news as a heart drop moment. How many CCP assets do you think are at Harvard? Because I bet it's quite a bit. But there was this news as well. A judge granted Harvard temporary relief on foreign student ban. Hours later, a judge has granted Harvard's request for a temporary restraining order on the Trump administration's foreign student ban. It's Judge Allison Burroughs, an Obama appointee. I wonder if let me look her up. I bet how much you guys want to bet she went to Harvard? because I feel like that might be a conflict of interest. Pennsylvania Law School, Middlebury College. Okay, I was wrong. Burroughs is most notable for her order putting a hold on President Trump's travel ban in 2017, and as the judge who presided over the United States versus Salami. I'm going to call it Salami, which was a Harvard. So she's already done a Harvard University case in the past. In October 2018, Burroughs held a 3-week bench trial having to do with Harvard's admission privilege decision in favor of the university was announced on October 19th. So she's ruled in favor of Harvard in the past. Interesting. Let's see if there's any other Harvard ties here. I wonder if that could cause her to recuse herself. We shall see. Deborah Stars. I don't think the general's adoption of Badlanders is an accident. He's a gentle mentor. I do look at him as a mentor. He's awesome. He's just great dude. General Quast's credentials were even more insane and impressive than I thought. What an absolute asset we have in that man. 100%. Okay, we'll keep going here. Anyway, yeah, I mean, the Harvard, the elite university stuff is really interesting. You know, there was oh man, I should find this. Do you guys remember back when Trump was campaigning and he was putting out those videos and he talked about doing a university thing, like the America University or something. Let's see if I can find this. Because I know I posted about it back then. I should probably spell university right. No, universe. That's not it. What was it? Trump college, maybe. I'm trying to search my Twitter profile to see if I can find the video. Because there's something he did. It was a video all about like we're gonna do our own university and the government. If you've like gotten enough of, credits from this thing for free, then you can work in the government. It was such a great idea, but I don't remember what term I used to look it up. Dang it. Maybe education. Let me try one more search, and if I don't find it, and there's something so weird going on with Twitter right now. Yeah. Okay, I did find it. The American Academy. That's what it is. Here. Remember this?
But no degree Israel. We spend more.
Yeah, let's start at the beginning. I'm going to go faster, though, because
in recent weeks, Americans have been horrified to see students and faculty at Harvard and other once respected universities expressing support for the savages and jihadists who attacked Israel. We spend more money on higher education than any other country, and yet they're turning our students into communists and terrorists and sympathizers of many, many different dimensions. We can't let this happen. It's time to offer something dramatically different. Under the plan I'm announcing today, we will take the billions and billions of dollars that we will collect by taxing, fining, and suing excessively large private university endowments, and we will then use that money to endow a new institution called the American Academy. Its mission will be to make a truly world-class education available to every American, free of charge, and do it without adding a single dime to the federal debt. This institution will gather an entire universe of the highest quality educational content covering the full spectrum of human knowledge and skills and make that material available to every American citizen online for free. Whether you want lectures or ancient histories or an introduction to financial accounting or training in a skilled trade, the goal will be to deliver it and get it done properly using study groups, mentors, industry partnerships, and the latest breakthrough in computing. This will be a truly top-tier education option for the people. It will be strictly non-political, and there will be no wokeness or jihadism allowed. None of that's going to be allowed. Most importantly, the American Academy will compete directly with the existing and very costly four-year university system by granting students degree credentials that the U.S. government and all federal contractors will henceforth recognize. The Academy will award the full and complete equivalent of a bachelor's degree. In addition, to help the 40 million Americans who have some college education but no degree, the American Academy will grant credit for past coursework at legacy institutions and give you the chance to complete your education at the American Academy for free and much more quickly than is now possible or available. This will be a revolution in higher education and will provide life-changing opportunities for tens of millions of our citizens. Enjoy it, learn from it, and thank you.
So that was November 9th of 2023. And I don't think we've heard a single peep about it since, unless you've been watching Badlands, I guess. But it's interesting to look at this ongoing battle with the elite universities like Harvard and all the BS they're doing and allowing to go on, and partnerships with foreign countries. And then the idea of an American Academy and what Trump just said there. I wonder if we're going to circle back and implement something like this. You know, there's a lot of stuff that Trump put out in these videos leading up to the election, and they're all great ideas and stuff that we were looking for. I wonder how many we've actually seen come back into the fold now that he's in office. You know, like, but this is one of them that we haven't seen. So maybe it's something we need to discuss in the Twitter sphere again once Twitter gets back to working. Trump held a meme coin dinner the other night. I think it was yesterday, inside the room at Trump's meme coin dinner. More than 200 wealthy crypto bros gathered for a private event at President Donald Trump's golf club just outside Washington, D.C. Can a female be a crypto bro? Like, if you're a female who owns crypto, are you still considered to be a crypto bro? I don't know how that works. But anyway, the black tie dinner was a special award for the top 220 holders of the president's personal Trump meme coin, with those in the room having contributed millions in investment in his crypto token. The 25 biggest investors got an even more exclusive privilege, access to a small VIP reception with the president. Media reports estimate the purchases and associated fees of the coin have generated an estimated hundreds of millions in fees for its issuer. Why did they say estimate twice here? Media reports estimate that there's an estimated. Yeah, we get it. I love the meme coin stuff with Trump because, well, first of all, he's very pro crypto. He even had a post. Let me find that. I think it was the night of his crypto thing when he was heading over there, and he mentioned Bitcoin in it. Yeah, right here. Heading to the crypto dinner in Loudoun County, Virginia, in a little while. The USA is dominating in crypto, Bitcoin, etc., and we're going to keep it that way. But yeah, the meme coin stuff is funny. I mean, Trump is making bank on it, but he's also kind of exposing the problem with this and getting the media to discuss the problem with meme coins. I don't think it's a bad thing. I'm a Bitcoin guy. You guys know that. I have other cryptos as well. Anyway, we do have a big prisoner exchange that happened in Russia and Ukraine. A major prisoner exchange between Russia and Ukraine is now underway, according to a Ukrainian source familiar with the matter. The swap started on Friday with Kyiv and Moscow swapping hundreds of prisoners. The agreement to release 1,000 prisoners on each side was the only significant outcome of the meeting between Kyiv and Moscow and Istanbul this last week, which marked the first time the two sides have met directly since soon after Russia's full-scale, unprovoked invasion of Ukraine in February of 2022. Trump also talked about that on Truth Social. If I can find it. Hold for processing. Come on, where's that? What the heck? Did it not happen? Am I making that up? I thought Trump addressed this as well on True Social, but maybe he didn't. Oh well. But yeah, so I'm still curious. Like, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't think Zelensky's going to be the guy that signs the peace deal, but we haven't really had much movement in the peace talks. But the way the narrative is being framed right now around the Russia-Ukraine situation is it's come, you know, as much as Trump tried to pretend to be like critical of Putin, everybody's kind of acknowledged now that Trump is very much in favor of Putin's side of this whole situation, and he's anti-European Union and Zelensky. And there was articles, I think even yesterday we were reading about it, how Trump's like walking away and being critical of Zelensky, and Yeah, I don't see this ending any other way than with Russia getting what it wanted since day one. But we'll see what happens. We got this story. The FTC is demanding documents for Media Matters in connection with the Elon Musk lawsuit. Media Matters. We've been featured in Media Matters a few times. A left-wing propaganda outlet that exists primarily to target conservative media and silence dissenting voices under the guise of media analysis disclosed Wednesday that it had received a civil investigative demand from the FTC. The letter, which functions as a formal request for information in potential regulatory investigations, seeks a broad array of materials. These include documents tied to Musk's lawsuit against Media Matters, internal communications with media and advertising organizations dating back to 2019, and details about the group's technology practices and policies. The lawsuit filed by Musk followed a November 2023 Media Matters report showing that major brand advertisements had appeared next to pro-Nazi content on X. I think one of those things was a post from CanCon, if I'm not mistaken. In response to the report, companies such as Apple and Disney pulled their ads from the platform. Musk responded by accusing Media Matters of defamation and deceptive tactics, claiming the groups manipulated X's algorithm to produce results that typical users would not encounter. This behavior is it's kind of sickening. It's what we've been up against for a long time. You know, we don't get access to the YouTubes, the Instagrams, and those platforms where the major advertisers are. So we're forced, and we're good with doing it, but we're forced to like go get our own advertising and then kind of do whatever Rumble allows us to do. I mean, it's unfortunate to have to phrase it that way, but that is what it is. Like a lot of our cash ads come from Rumble directly, which isn't a problem. But then like most of our other monetization opportunities are from Rumble. It's Rumble rants, it's Badlands boosts, and whatever we're trying this creator program out. But it's peanuts compared to these other platforms. But it's because we're not allowed on those platforms. Like a group like Media Matters will write a hit piece, and we get kicked off of there, and then can no longer benefit from it. I've been kicked off of Patreon, PayPal. We get kicked off of YouTube all the time. Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. It is what it is. Even the Daily Herold YouTube is now down. Right now? What? That can't be right. We did switch like where we were streaming to. Do we get a strike or something? No, it says I'm live. Yeah, see, I'm live. I'm live over on YouTube. I got 47 watching over there right now. Shout out to the YouTubers. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. I'm surprised we're still kicking. We just like got monetized very recently. And so I'm curious if they'll let us stay monetized long enough to actually make like $10 or something. We'll see what happens. But yeah, the Media Matter stuff, I hope Elon Musk wipes the floor with those guys. I hate those guys. House committees threaten subpoenas over ActBlue officials' refusal to testify. Chairman of 3 major House committees are warning of possible subpoenas after multiple current and former officials from Democratic fundraising giant ActBlue backed out of testifying in an ongoing congressional investigation into foreign and fraudulent donations. If I'm not mistaken, according to the precedent sent by the January 6th committee, we get to send these people to jail now, right? Didn't Bannon go to jail for this? Didn't Navarro go to jail for this? For, not appearing in front of a committee. I mean, they're going to subpoena them and then they might come. But if they still choose not to testify, straight to jail. That's the game they created. But yeah, ActBlue, it shouldn't stop there. We need to get into WinRed and all these companies. This is kind of funny. Disney has urged The View to dial back political rhetoric, and the hosts push back. Disney and ABC News have reportedly asked the hosts of The View to scale back their political focus. Despite the request, the hosts have made it clear they plan to continue addressing political topics, arguing it's what their audience expects and values most. I am sure that Whoopi Goldberg's audience tunes in to hear her political ramblings. Since President Trump's 2024 election win, co-hosts Whoopi Goldberg, Joy Behar, Sarah Haynes, Anna Navarro, Sunny Hostin, and Alyssa Farah Griffin have maintained a sharp focus on criticizing Trump and his administration, but top network executives, including Bob Iger and Alman Kama, whatever that is, have raised concerns over the show's continued emphasis on politics. The host pushed back. Navarro argued the audience expects political analysis, especially amid efforts by the Trump administration to reshape government. Ultimately, the group dismissed the request as silly and intend to keep doing what they've always done. I'm sure that's not going to work out well. What they do is not political analysis. It's activism. It's propaganda. They aren't telling the actual truth about what's going on with politics, so you can't call it analysis. They're just creating false narratives and reasons to basically hate Trump and his supporters. And that is not a lasting business model, especially when the truth is the truth is available, and people at some point will eventually get burnt out on the propaganda and will seek truth, or at least tune out. They don't even have to seek truth and come all the way to find like a Badlands Media or elsewhere. Eventually they will tune out when enough like things happen in their real life that contradicts what the Whoopi Goldbergs of the world are saying. That will happen. It's the game theory. The truth is the infinite player on the game board. Everything else is finite. Fox accuses Smartmatic of destroying evidence in defamation case. I'm excited about this case because we finally have at least one news organization that may actually get to the bottom of what some of these election companies are doing. We've seen so many settlements and it's been so frustrating. It's like you're a news organization, you report on something, and it's pretty widely known that these shenanigans are going on, right? But then you settle and pay money instead of digging all the way down to get the truth. It just drives me nuts. But anyway, Fox News alleged in new court filings Wednesday that voting technology company Smartmatic engaged in brazen and purposeful destruction of evidence in its $2.7 billion defamation lawsuit against the network. According to Fox, nearly 24 Smartmatic executives and sales staff deleted relevant mobile data either shortly before or during the ongoing litigation. I wonder how they found that out. Fox claimed the deletions were extensive. Smartmatic accused them of deleting stuff. But yeah, here's see if we can get the bottom of any one of these. Ash 1776 says, tune in to Why We Vote tonight for more on the ActBlue news. It's quite the teaser, Ash. What time is that show again? 7:30? I still think, that's what I was going to do. I got to pull up my video. I made my first AI movie yesterday. I want to show you guys how awesome it is. So I'll get that ready to go. I can show you later. But I think tonight on the Liberty Down, we're going to play around with that VO3 thing. A little AI if you guys want. So there's this story out of, speaking of election fraud, more WZO election fraud alleged as global Jewish communities prepare to vote. There's more than 15,000 U.S. ballots are now likely to be thrown out as Jews in more than 35 other countries prepare to choose their delegates by July 28th. And I have a commentary from the brief here from Ghost, Badlands brief. Make sure you guys, if you're not subscribed to our Substack, it's free. You can subscribe there financially to support us, but you don't have to. You can get all our content for free. Badlands.substack.com. This is what Ghost said about this story. Could this be what Q meant by saving Israel for last, as in last to be affected by election fraud? I jest, but wouldn't it be hilarious if Jonathan Greenblatt and the ADL accused this WZO election of being anti-Semitic, and then Congress finally found the motivation to pass meaningful bipartisan legislation that solved all the election integrity issues for Israel and the diaspora? Seriously, though, this might be the only way we actually get Congress to address election integrity, because both parties only seem to get animated and pass bipartisan bills when the thing they are voting on is related to Israel. And I think that's fairly accurate. I personally thought it was going to be the Ukraine situation and Zelensky that would expose the election fraud stuff, with Putin running for president of Ukraine. Doubt that's going to happen, though. Got this story. I already did that one. Never mind. Okay, here's what I was talking about earlier when I was talking about the bill. So Senate Republicans are expected to make major alterations to the House passed Big Beautiful Bill, especially key provisions related to rolling back the Biden-era Inflation Reduction Act. You know, I spoke yesterday about the bill, and I went through some of the text and stuff, and like it's not as bad as I thought. But the more I've thought about the bill itself, like it's not just the principle and the morality of passing like 1,000-page bill and not being able to like fully go through line by line what's in there, and nobody, like no average citizen is going to know what's in this thing. You know what I mean? But on top of that, like our government is still so bloated. We're still increasing spending on a lot of things. We haven't cut enough waste. I'm just not excited about it. So, I mean, we'll have to see what it does when it gets through. But anyway, they're going to take the axe to some of it in the Senate. The House narrowly passed legislation 215 to 214, with 2 Republicans joining Democrats to oppose the measure and 2 more failing to vote. The Republican-led legislation included provisions to limit the ability of wind and solar companies to claim energy tax credits. Those Senate Republicans plan to limit those provisions when their turn comes to pass. So we're going to have Senate Republicans helping green agenda stuff. A group of Senate Republicans, including Jerry Moran, Lisa Murkowski, John Curtis, Tom Tillis, I think any of those people, have all expressed concerns that the provisions go too far and have indicated that they will roll them back in their version. The House and Senate plans, should the upper chamber succeed in passing its own, will head to a reconciliation process, which is expected to see lawmakers feud intensely over their preferred variations on the GOP agenda. Johnson said, this is from the chat, St. Pete 70. I thought Johnson said any bill would be open for public review 2 to 3 days before the vote. I mean, you can find it online. I was able to find it. Is Emily Summer related to Will Summer? I don't know. I don't like it, but it is beautiful. That's a good one. Anyway, let's keep going here. What else do I got for you? God, Twitter's been so weird. Driving me nuts. What is this? So I'm looking at Telegraph. Titan footage reveals false hope from submersible victims. I kind of want to see this. I'm just curious. All right. Hold on. I have no idea what this is, so we're learning together.
About
Transceiver head moves around.
400 meters to go.
Yeah. It should be about 500 meters, 30. What was that thing?
You guys hear that?
Meters, 30. Yeah. It should be about 500 meters, 30.
Wow.
What was that thing?
Now, this is confusing because thinking back to when this all went down, so that was obviously live. They're like monitoring stuff from the boat. They hear this loud bang. She obviously has concern on their face. And then we went through this whole process where we spent millions and millions of dollars on a search and rescue thing. And wasn't there a story out there of how they knew they were probably already dead? So why did we go through all that stuff? Wasn't the whole Titan thing supposed to be a distraction or something anyway? Yeah, I didn't see that before. So anyway, let's keep going here. Already did that story. Oh yeah, so there's rumors of Trump signing another executive order today. Nuclear stocks soar after report Trump to sign order streamlining reactor approvals. This is pretty timely in light of Quast going on, Sean Ryan getting mad exposure, and then also, I mean, this is stuff we've been talking about for a while. The next phase of technology, it's going to involve a lot of nuclear stuff. President Donald Trump is expected to sign executive orders as early as Friday to boost the nuclear energy industry by streamlining reactor approvals and reinforcing fuel supply chains. That's what Reuters said. The news sent nuclear stocks soaring in the after-hours session, with names like NuScale and Oklo up 13% and 17% respectively. So he noted less than a week ago, both names are moving forward with SMR permitting plans. Sam Altman-backed Oklo says it is navigating what CEO Jacob DeWitt calls good uncertainty. Did you guys see, I think it was OpenAI. OpenAI. There's like this device that they're talking about, like an AI home device. And I saw something on social media yesterday. Here we go. Check this out. OpenAI's mystery device in partnership with Jony Ive could replace your screens. Jony Ive believes that the latest partnership will trigger a new design movement, while Altman aims to introduce a family of AI devices. OpenAI is buying, and I haven't read the story, I just saw something about this, so we're gonna read it together here. OpenAI is buying Jony Ive startup IO products in a $6.5 billion deal. They've been buzzing with speculation, blah, blah, blah. Okay, right here. This is the crazy thing. This is from the Wall Street Journal on this device. The product will be capable of being fully aware of a user's surroundings and life. What does that even mean? Like fully aware of a user's surroundings and life, will be unobtrusive, able to rest in one's pocket or on one's desk, and will be a third core device a person would put on a desk after a MacBook Pro and an iPhone. The journal earlier reported that the device won't be a phone and that Ive and Altman's intent is to help wean users from screens. Altman said that the device isn't a pair of glasses and that I've been skeptical of building something to wear on the body. Something that is fully aware of a user's surroundings and life, like they're just going to spy on you constantly. Like, why would anybody want this? Like, that is the most obtrusive thing you could think of. Somebody that knows everything about you. I mean, we're already being spied on at all times anyway. But why would you want more of that? This just seems more nefarious. Scary. Sorry for the random detour there, but I have more stories here. I just want to skip ahead to a different one first. Oh, this is a big one. So Judge Dugan, we have video now of her helping to distract ICE agents while that illegal alien escaped. Check this out.
He meets his attorney in the hallway and walks towards Circuit Court Judge Hannah Dugan's courtroom. Along the way, he passes plainclothes federal agents who are sitting on a bench. They are there to detain him. After Flores Ruiz walks by, the agents turn to each other and appear to confirm his identity amongst themselves. But a few moments later, Judge Dugan and another judge approach the agents sitting on the bench. A criminal complaint against Dugan later said she was alerted to their presence by a court official. That complaint says during this interaction, Dugan and the agents disagreed over the type of warrant they had.
Is this another judge here? It appears to be. They're both in robes. Did this other judge get in trouble? Because she's right here doing the same thing, distracting them.
On the bench. A criminal complaint against Dugan later said she was alerted to their presence by a court official. That complaint says during this interaction, Dugan and the agents disagreed over the type of warrant they had to arrest Flores Ruiz. According to the complaint, Dugan ordered the agents to go to the chief judge's office. Video shows her pointing them through a double door. She then turns back to speak with other agents further down the hall and orders them through the doors as well. Shortly after that, with the agents gone from the hallway, Eduardo Flores Ruiz and his attorney exit into the hallway through a different door. As they walk down the hall toward the elevators, they pass another plainclothes federal agent. Neither they nor Judge Dugan seem to have noticed at the time. That agent motions to another to follow Flores Ruiz. Security video shows Flores Ruiz exiting through a basement exit. Upstairs on the 6th floor, the other agents have left the chief judge's office and worked their way downstairs. Flores Ruiz left the building onto 9th Street. Videos of the street shows the agents catching up to him. Flores Ruiz runs across 10th Street while trying to get away, but the agents catch him and arrest him.
That's crazy. That is absolutely crazy. Rise of Tire, by the way, I texted you back in the chat I texted you back if you want to respond. Maybe you did. Oh, you did. Okay, so Rise of Tire is doing like a Memorial Day sale, and we're going to be participating in that. There's going to be a 17% discount off the Rise of Tire merch. So keep an eye out for the discount code, which they're going to announce tomorrow, and I'll post it with a graphic and everything. So just a heads up, that's coming. But yeah, this is a big deal. I'm just curious about this other judge because there's two judges here clearly participating in this. And if Dugan is the only one that got in trouble, I'm not satisfied. I would like to see both these people get in trouble. But yeah, I did see a comment in here if there's like somebody of the law who participates in this, they should have double the penalty or something. And I kind of agree with that. Such a good video. I got to show you guys this. This is the WNBA, and I love the comment on it. Expanded NBA versus WNBA pay gap. I don't know if you guys follow this stuff. Like I don't. I kind of cover sports or like follow sports. I'll check ESPN every now and then, and just follow my favorite sports teams and whatnot. But there's been this big drama between Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. Angel Reese is African American. Clark is white, and Clark is an incredible basketball player. But the WNBA is like super racist against white people, and they've tried to make Angel Reese like their golden child, and this is her being terrible, and I love it.
The bench. Cardoso with the miss. Angel Reese picks it up, what she's good at. Getting another offensive rebound. She says, "Give me that." How about another? Persistence trying to pay off. Jones gets a piece. Angel Reese won't give up. Jones with another block. The bench.
So terrible. Love when bad things happen to bad people. Okay, let's keep going here. I might not have much else, but I know I have a couple other videos I want to show you guys. So, okay. Yep, this is a good one here. Jake Tapper, who covered up for Biden's health problems and mental decline for 4 years, then pretended he was shocked that nobody reported on it, is now claiming that Trump isn't honest about his health and suddenly wants transparency from presidents on their health. Take a listen.
Interesting. How has writing this important book, Investigating the Biden Presidency, Jake, informed you about how to cover the current president?
Well, I just think in general, not Trump specific, but in general, I think that the press corps, and I'm certainly including myself, needs to worry less about politeness when it comes to these health issues, and needs to be even more aggressive when it comes to demanding transparency on health issues when it comes to the president. President Trump, while he appears healthy, he has not been transparent about his health records. And I think that that's something that the American people have a right to.
Interesting. How has writing this important?
You guys understand that? So like he participated in covering up Biden's health problems and like covering up so much stuff. He's a CIA asset, probably propaganda tool. But now his lesson that he's learned is we need full and total transparency. Now that the guy that he's weaponized against is in office, these guys, I can't. This whole psyop we're witnessing here with these guys making the rounds and all these news channels and everywhere promoting this book about this cover up of Biden stuff that they participated in. It's one of the more fascinating things. And I wonder how many people are falling for it. Like they're trying to save journalism with this whole little tour they're doing. I mean, it's clearly not working from Trump supporters. These people have, zero credibility left, but they're trying to pretend they have some still. It's insane. Insane. Yeah, and I don't really have a liberal meltdown video of the week, but I do want to show you guys my AI video. It's pretty funny. So was trying to like create like an unlikely friendship between two animals that you would never see be friends in real life, and chose a hippo and a penguin. And my kids are gonna love this, by the way. I haven't even shown them yet. But this was all done with AI, and it's definitely cartoonish, and it's not perfect. And I found out afterwards that this wasn't even VO3. This is like the original version of the program. So I do have some other ones that I can show you that I did. But yeah, I'm pretty excited about this stuff. We're gonna play around with it tonight. And the reason I'm excited about what the possibilities of this specific AI, I mean, first of all, I don't agree. I don't trust AI in any fashion, right? I mean, it's been wrong about stuff, especially some of the chat stuff, but it's clearly the future. So we got to figure out a way to utilize these tools while making sure that the people that are in charge of these tools are are like moral good people, because in the hands of bad people, this is bad. But like with the video stuff, especially, this stuff is already being used against us. It's been weaponized against us. Like the fact that they can, those videos I showed yesterday are so realistic. Like you think the military and intelligence communities around the world haven't been using those things against us at every opportunity? Like they can fake everything. Everything. Okay, but check this out.
Let me tell you about my best friend. He's a warm-hearted person who loved me till the end. People, let me tell you about my best friend. He's a one-boy, cuddly toy, my up, my down, my pride and joy. People, let me tell you about him. He's so much fun. Whether we're talking man to man or whether we're talking son to son, 'cause he's my best friend. Yeah, he's my best friend. La, 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 yeah.
So stupid, but funny. Yeah, in the hands of bad people, it's bad, of course. But this is going to completely change Hollywood, change everything. I mean, think of like a Toy Story movie, right? How long it takes people to draw all those things out and like make this movie and everything. With AI, like they don't need any of that. And then think of real actors, like if they can make an entire movie and not have to pay an actor millions and millions of dollars to be in the movie, they're going to do it. This allows people without all the connections to make full-length films. Like that's going to be in the very near future. And it's going to change Hollywood, which I don't think is a bad thing at all. But yeah, guys, yeah, that wasn't even VO3, so it wasn't even the good AI. But we'll play around with that stuff tonight. John texted me a liberal meltdown of the week. Okay. Oh, I see. I guess I did have options for lib meltdown of the week. I didn't. Again, I got cut short on a show prep a little bit this morning, but we'll play this video here. Hold for processing, and then we'll get out of here. Oh my gosh, this looks great. I haven't seen this yet. So let me put my little graphic up. The lib meltdown of the week. Okay, here we go.
Why the f- doesn't he get a ticket?
Ma'am, I can help you talk to somebody.
He didn't use his turn signal.
Oh my god.
Ma'am, can I please call you an ambulance? Can-
So I have to follow every law, but that can leave the scene without a turn signal? Give him a ticket.
Do you need an ambulance?
He doesn't have a turn signal. Give him a ticket.
You need to go to the.
Let him go and get a ticket. He can do whatever he wants.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Give him a ticket.
Okay. Can I help you with anything else?
Give him a ticket.
That response, like,
I can help you talk to somebody.
He doesn't get a ticket. No.
Ma'am, can I please call you an ambulance?
like that response right there, can I please call you an ambulance, is devastating. That is amazing. I can't. That's so good. Oh man. Anyway, make sure you guys hit the thumbs up. Stick around Badlands all day. We got all sorts of shows and content going on. I think Ghost is up next with his geopolitics show. Why We Vote later. What else? Spellbreakers, Liberty Den tonight. I'll be on that. And then back again tomorrow with the DPH. Got one Rumble rant from Fat Chance. Here's a few peanuts for today from Whiskey and I. Thank you guys. And congrats again on the wedding this last weekend. But yeah, that's all I got, guys. So enjoy the rest of your Friday and the rest of your weekend. I'll see you guys around. And yeah, we're going to have some fun tonight on the Liberty Den with that AI stuff, I think. So catch you guys later.
Let's get started.
That's what she said.
that's real good.
Why they stopping me? Stopping me.